So now I want to show this really cool AutoHotkey script that I have that allows me to quickly switch screen resolutions in a certain way. So before I go to bed, I often like to watch a video until I get sleepy-eyed, and then I'm pretty much out when I put stuff away. I often bring my Steam controller into there, then I can control the computer. But 1080p is kind of small from all the way over there. So I like to switch it to 720p, but only have one monitor on that's actually facing me. I typically turn my right monitor so it's facing me over there, and only have that screen on at 720p. Obviously, having to manually switch that would be a pain every time I want to do that, but I have an AutoHotkey script that basically makes it switch instantly, and I can use it with my Steam controller. I have a button mapping to get the screen resolution to switch. So here's how it actually works. So I just press this shortcut, then I press, there's a shortcut. Now it's only on the right monitor, and it's 720p. There we go. I'm set. Then I switch it back to 1080p on both monitors. Very neat. That's a pretty handy system to actually have. So you're probably wondering, why am I switching the screen resolution rather than just changing the UI scaling? That's because UI scaling in Windows is so glitchy that I don't want to deal with it at all. I know that I'm having a non-native resolution by switching it to 720p. So what? UI scaling problems? No, not dealing with it. So yeah, switching the resolution is just better for my use case right here. Like, it just is. So you do whatever you want. That's not working for me, so don't argue there. Anyway, I was just about to show the thing again, but you already saw it, so I'll show how the script works now. So I think it was Control-Alt-Shift-X or something. Sorry. So this is how I actually go about accomplishing it. So Control-Alt-Shift-X is my keyboard shortcut that I use with the Steam controller. And what it does is I have basically a variable that increments. Then I have this value right here that basically just allows me to toggle turning it on and off. Because if the value is 0, then it does one thing. If it's 1, then it does something else. And I could easily change this to 3, and I could do a third thing just as easily, have it cycle between all those things with each press. I have it release modifier keys because it minimizes the glitches I've had. And then when I switch to 720p, then what this does right here, it basically makes it so that it only shows on display 2 or whatever, or display 1. This makes it so it only shows on one display and shuts the other one off. So as you can see, I got extend right there. It waits 3 seconds for the mode to change, then it actually changes the resolution on that single display using this right here. So these are keyword arguments that basically allow me to specify default values, and then I can change it if I want from there. I want the color depth to always be 32 no matter what. This I think I found on some website. This is way before the AI chatbots came out, so AI did not help me with this. Some forum user did. Kind of wish I knew which one so I could give them credit. Maybe I'll discover that later. We'll see. But yeah, essentially this is kind of a low level way of actually getting the resolution to change the way I want, and it does it right, as you saw in that demonstration earlier. So yeah, then when I press it again, this will run instead. So it's toggling between these 3 lines of code. So yeah, that's how I do my resolution switching. So again, I may put it on my GitHub eventually, but if you want it, then actually leave a comment and I'll reply, basically copy and paste this into a reply. Then you can copy it from there. But eventually I'm sure I'll put it on my GitHub. I have to do a whole revamp with it right now, so that'll happen sometime later. So that's how I switch screen resolution using AutoHotkey.